Who got the juice? The Dallas Juice Boys got the juice, and you can get it too. Visit naturallemonade.com with one L, or catch the Dallas Juice Boys food truck at a live event near you. Taste what the fuss is all about. Mango, pineapple, strawberry, and of course, what started it all off, the original. To get the juice, visit naturallemonade.com with one L and support some young Dallas entrepreneurs. Yeah.
I am Sabrina Lynn Brenham, and I'm a candidate for Dallas City Council District 8. I'm the number 1 candidate, and I am place 1 on the ballot. My integrity, my loyalty, and my commitment would allow me to be the best Dallas City Council person in D8.
Paid for by Sabrina Lynn Brenham Campaign.
Here at Maximus Security Services, our goal is to establish secure homes for our clients based on honesty, integrity, and fair pricing. Maximus Security Services specializes in home and business alarm repair services in a DFW Metroplex. Save up to 70% by repairing or updating your current system and avoid signing outrageous 3-year contracts with monthly payments that could cost up to $1,500. Remember, here at Maximus Security Services, there will be no 3-year contract required for our services. I repeat, no contract for our services. At Maximum Security Services, we repair systems from Ring, DSC, MDENCO, GE, NAPCO, 2GIG, and all monitoring systems. To speak to one of our top-of-the-line Maximus Security System technicians, call 214-377-0342. Our technicians have been rated 4.9 out of 5 stars by our Home Advisor clients. Call today, 214-377-0342. Maximus Security Services, honesty, integrity, fair pricing, no credit check or credit required, and absolutely no hassle about monitoring. To speak with one of our technicians, call 214-377-0342. Did you have a nightmare prom? Were you forced to go to the prom with someone you didn't even like? Were you forced to be home by midnight because your dad was too strict? Well, now it's time for the Prom, the adult experience. It all goes down May 20th, Saturday, the Warehouse in Fort Worth, Texas, 1125 East Berry Street. Fort Worth is going to be on fire with the international Go DJ Bellotti and the legendary group Soulful Sounds. And it's all hosted by me, Micheal Shawn, and my girl, the queen of Media Room 360, Shawnee Scott. To get your tickets now when I do me now, hit up eventcrate.com/E/Reprom 2023. It starts at 8 o'clock and the open bar is open till 9 p.m. Once again, I repeat, the open bar is an open bar from 8 to 9 p.m. And since I'm hosting, there's probably going to be a free comedy show. So get your tickets now for the Reprom, the adult experience, May 20th. That's a Saturday at the Warehouse, 1125 East Berry Street in Fort Worth, Texas. You're going to get to rewrite your own history. May 20th at the Warehouse. Just go to eventcreate.com/E/Reprom 2023. It's an Allure Gala Productions. And it's hosted by Micheal Shawn and Shawnee Scott. Yeah.
Micheal Shawn and the Takeover legend, where the truth hurts, but also makes you laugh.
Baby, tap in. Tap in.
Don't never stop if you want to be on top. Yeah.
Low waist, fat, baby, tap in.
Oh, I'ma tap in for sure.
Tap in.
Tap in. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It's Micheal Shawn and the Takeover Legends. And what is it? Oh, today's a Thursday. And the struggle is real today.
Struggle is real.
I gotta answer this phone call. It is the 27th of April. We are getting one day closer to May 20th, the Reprom that goes down May 20th at the factory in the Warehouse. It's called the Warehouse. It's called, I don't know why I said the factory. It's called the Warehouse in Fort Worth, Texas. It goes down to Reprom, and I need y'all to get them tickets and make sure y'all pop off. But before we get into all that, what up, Red Boy? Good morning, Sexy Mo. How was your night?
Here, Don.
First of all, shut up, J Black, because ain't nobody asked you about all of that. You said it like I don't never do my hair.
No, I just.
Y'all start too early. Oh Lord, y'all just started too early, man. Y'all start.
Anywho,
Y'all
this
started way
Virgo
too
square,
early.
not that one.
Just give me a compliment, just a compliment.
Like most nights, I ain't getting no sleep, and I'm not a morning person, despite me being on the show, and I'm not in a good mood.
See a black man say, "Hey, you got your hair done," and that gets snapped at.
I heard you.
I was in a good mood, and then I was triggered, and now I'm not in such a good mood.
I reminded her of something.
This morning.
The compliment got it. This is fantastic. This is fantastic.
Hey, Mo, your hair look nice. Or but no, you said it.
I noticed. Give a man credit for noticing. Most men, you know what? Go ahead, finish going, Mike.
This is how her morning is doing. Credit to buy donuts today.
Good morning, Diane. Good morning, Red Boy, Afro Queen.
So how was your night? You just didn't get any sleep, which sucks. That always sucks.
And I took something too late, and so I got that groggy feeling because I woke up at classic 3. I fell asleep maybe like 1 o'clock. Woke up at 3. Tried to go back to sleep, and 5 o'clock, 5:30 was like, yeah, you ain't going back to sleep.
Yeah, we all gonna be struggle records because I didn't fall asleep till like 3:30, something like that. And my body ain't used to just I can't do it. I don't even know how I used to do it. TP, what up? Shawny Scott, how was your night last night?
Pretty good. Today's my daughter's birthday, so
Tam.
13, 1-3 in the house.
13, so I was making sure she had everything she needed to
excuse me,
have a happy birthday at school. And then Ashley, we owe Ashley a t-shirt. So Ashley, I made your shirt last night. So
Ashley Newman.
Ashley Newman, yeah. Happy birthday, Tam.
13.
That's amazing.
You remember your 13th birthday?
I actually don't.
I remember my 13th.
I don't remember mine either.
I remember my 13th birthday. I don't remember. Like I don't know. Mo, we can't hear you.
She gonna blame that on me.
See,
I knew it. Look, I knew it.
I saw your fingers moving.
Oh shit!
I remember my 13th birthday. My best friend had wore this. Remember the Michael Jackson jackets?
With all them zippers.
Jackets. And I wanted one, and my mom got me one, but she got me a lavender and cream one. But that's not what Michael Jackson had on in Thriller.
That wasn't authentic. He came with the Eddie Murphy McDonald burger.
Until she was like proud that she got me this Michael Jackson jacket I asked for, right? Meanwhile,
that's
funny. This child looked like, you like it? We got you the jacket.
It wasn't Thriller, it was Hiller. Like she got
Michael Jackson was still black at the time, so
it was lavender.
I said lavender.
You came to school, they're like, yo, where you get that Prince jacket? What? That is Michael Jackson.
It wasn't even Prince purple, it was lavender, like lilac. It's
the Michael Jackson. Whatever. Yeah, nobody believed Mo was a Michael Jackson. She had to moonwalk the entire day at school.
See, look.
I remember my 13th birthday.
Stacy had a skating party. That sounded like fun.
Oh man, yeah. Stacey Mitchell still be hanging. She don't even need naps and shit. Oh man, that is too funny. But shout out to Tam. They're about to have an amazing situation show. Shout to them. Shout to all the young ladies that hang. Shout to that man. They got gear. Like Shawnee, the incredible mom.
The birthday.
I never even thought about that. If your mom has got a skill set of being able to make hoodies and shirts and sweaters and t-shirts and all that shit, and you can literally say what you want on it, like I need my Instagram right here, and I need this right there, and I need that. And I was like, oh shit, that would be dope. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. Shawnee's good at that. Yeah, she
Yeah,
can make it come to life.
all my mom could do was cook. God bless her.
Can I get bacon and eggs
She
today?
can make shirts.
They can go. They going to school
Jack
with
all
different gear
trades.
on. Shit, all I can go to school is rice and beans for all my fellow students. That was it. That's all.
Not the stereotypes, though.
I don't not do that for everybody.
No.
For everybody who wants this pork. Jay Black, how was your night? I really got to return this call. Jay Black, how was your night?
We good. Night was good. Keep it moving.
Motherfucker, what happened?
No, nothing happened. I'm just good.
What the hell was it? Why you give us the cola? You ain't
No, I was
sitting
there
thinking. What
thinking.
happened?
I was thinking because we don't share everything all the time. I was just thinking, no, everything's cool. No, everything good. Family
Oh
good,
yeah,
everybody
yeah.
healthy.
Yeah, we definitely
Everybody
don't-
healthy. Everybody healthy.
I got it. All right, so I'm going to lead into this, and I gotta return this phone call and see what's going on. And you know what? The people watching, we got stuff to talk about, but I always meant to do this, but today would be a good time. If there's something that the viewers want us to talk about, if you have an actual topic or there's something you want us to speak on, there's something like, and you want to go get it and you put it on there, we will talk about it. You just got to put it on there, and I guess you can start it off with a comment or just say you want us to talk about it, and we can rock out and make that happen. Oh, my night was fine. What the fuck? No, my night was good. Everything was good. The day was good. Everything was fine. What happened yesterday? What the hell happened yesterday? I don't know.
Yesterday was Wednesday.
I had some dope ass chicken parmesan. I had that. I had some dope chicken parm. And yeah.
Was it homemade or did you?
No, it was not homemade.
Oh, I was just wondering. Like,
No, it was not homemade.
It wasn't homemade.
Okay.
But it was good. It was good. You know, it's good when you save some of it on purpose. Like I could have eaten the whole chicken parm. I could have eaten the whole thing, and I said, "No, I'm gonna save this shit for the night. I need this for the game tonight." I said, "Yes, I did have that for the game tonight." So
yeah, I was sad. The Lakers. I wanted the Lakers to win that game last night.
yeah, they wouldn't. Hopefully they'll close that shit out at home. And so Golden State won last night. Shout out to Golden State. They won.
Yeah, they will not go away.
They will
Them
not go.
light-skinned
I want them
Splash
to
brothers.
just die. In sports.
Yeah, right.
I just want you to die. Just go away.
Clay,
Fuck.
Steph. Yeah.
No, I really have to admit, I don't know how. I know the jump shots that Steph Curry can make. I don't know how that little motherfucker can get to the basket the way he does, and he's got a little floater that is so irritating. He has floaters from like 7 feet, 17. It's a 17-foot shot, and he'll float it, and then shoot by. Like son of a bitch. And Klay Thompson played well last night, and fucking Draymond Green came off the bench and was playing well, and shit, they're not gonna go nowhere. Fuck, just lose. The Golden State is my Floyd Mayweather of basketball. Just lose and fucking fuck. I'm glad I wasn't betting no more. But other than that,
but Jimmy Buckets, aka Jimmy Buckets, he's sending the number 1 seed team home.
yo, that playoff Jimmy shit is really becoming real now. It's almost like the regular season. He can average 19 points a game, but all of a sudden, playoffs come.
Ice Tray. We ain't talking about my man Trae Young. I know this is sports. We don't talk a lot of sports. But yeah, Atlanta Hawks giving the Boston Celtics a run, which is good for the Sixers.
So speaking of Ice Tray, Trae Young, there was a anonymous survey that was taken in the NBA. And they had questions, and a lot of NBA players didn't want to answer them. Like they were like, who is the head coach that wears players out the most? Like just work, like you can only play under him for like 2 or 3 years. So then they asked them who was the most overrated, who are the most overrated players in the NBA? And a lot of people didn't want to answer. But they got enough, they got I think it was like 30%, almost 40% of the league, they got the answer, maybe like 38%. And Trae Young was one of the most overrated players in the NBA.
Really?
That his co-worker said.
I wouldn't have thought that.
His co-worker said him and Rudy Gobert. Were the tops on. Oh, that is some disrespect. Wow. Who is the white man who's trying to cause division inside the NBA? Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
And I know they make a lot of money, so it shouldn't hurt your feelings. But if somebody did a damn anonymous survey of who's the most overrated takeover legend, I'm like, what the fuck?
Well,
And like it was like, but it was anonymous. And if my shit came up, like, survey says Michael Shawn, no, that will fuck my self-esteem up.
But Trey is that dude. Like he's their star. He's a scorer. He's the one that you rely on. He hurt many of people. I remember last season. Yeah, that boy, he's dope. I give Trey wow.
And if they did anonymous survey here, there's only 4 of us. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
25%, 50%. What are we doing?
And like it's only and they were like, if I came up, they were like, it was or they was like, let's say I was 50%, and they said 90, whatever 3 out of the 4. Obviously, I wouldn't have voted for myself, but 3, like asking y'all how was your day would be a whole nother fucking segment. I'd be like, yeah, how the fuck was your day? Fucking liar. all up in my face smiling and shit.
Good morning, Tam Tam.
I'm like, and now it's time for fucking allegedly.
And yes, her hair is done today.
Her hair is done. Her hair is nice.
Good morning, Kathy. Day one.
All right, so I just thought that was funny. Like being judged like that to me is a hilarious. Like that shit will fuck up a relationship.
I'm sorry, Tam just complimented Mo here. Tam, be careful. She's gonna snap at you.
No,
you compliment her here.
That was a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
What you did was not complimentary.
Hey, Mo got your hair done.
So this whole the church is really different now. The church is really. I just remember when the church, and I'm not anti. Before I hate that we have to preface this, but I'm not anti any sexual preference. I don't care. I really don't. I've always said I'm a flaming heterosexual, and all that good stuff. But there's a video that I just want to see how y'all feel about this. I just want to see, there's a pastor and he says the Lord was there and in certain situations, and I don't know. I don't know anymore. I'm so like almost, I don't want to say I'm over it, but I'm so over this whole thing. But this is what the gay pastor, I'm just was shocked. I don't know. I was shocked about this. So here's the gay pastor.
I believe the Spirit of God was with us when we made love. Was it always a religious? Was it always a religious experience? Not always.
That's degrading.
But were there times when it transcended? I hope for all of you and for you, Pastor. I hope for you.
You was under the anointing?
Yeah, absolutely.
My Lord.
Absolutely. My Lord, who is alive in my life today.
You're speaking in reference to Jesus.
Jesus.
He's in your life.
Who is in my life today and guiding me. Okay. Is also speaking as he spoke to people in the New Testament church. A new thing.
A new thing.
A new thing.
See, you came later, which let you know that the way men thought today, they thought yesterday.
That's right.
So it has been.
That's been.
Listen.
And that which is done.
That which is done.
Is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
A new thing.
A new thing.
A new thing.
And there is no new thing under the sun. May be said, see, this is new.
Is it? That contradicts you.
It does.
I'm 35 and
yeah. Whoa. I'm confused, but I'm gonna go to you, Mo. But before I go there, I was like, I have a funny feeling the majority of my sex in my life, but there wasn't an anointing when it was going on. But to each his own. What is your thoughts about the gay pastor saying, God was there and it was an anointing and the gay?
So I'm going to say this. From what I have been taught throughout my life, that God is in the midst of everything.
Right.
Even in the worst of the worst situations, and even in situations where the social norm is challenged.
Right.
So in this sentence, right? I mean, in this predicament, what I will say to the whole wide world is can't nobody break the Bible down into bits and pieces, whether right or wrong, or they're using it for the right or wrong intentions. Ain't nobody quote the Bible like a down south preacher.
Oh shit!
They're gonna gang up on you.
Yo.
The deacon gonna come out, the pastor gonna come out, the assistant pastor gonna come out. They gangster. You will not win when it goes to going word for word, breaking down the Bible and trying to put it to today's context. You ain't gonna win.
I always think, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I always found it interesting when the hype man becomes the reader of the scripture, and then the lead rapper like chimes in and then just repeats like whatever the scripture he's reading, he'll repeat it like they're so in sync, and he's like, and then he'll repeat it, and I'm like, what?
Tell him, Pastor, there's more. It's more, Pastor. Tell him.
But the reading, and I see that in New York with the other dudes. I can't even think. I don't want to disrespect nobody's faith, but they'll be out there and they'll have a microphone in New York. Israelites, and that's where I first saw it. The dude will be reading it, and then he'll interrupt and chime in and break down the sentence like,
the 5%ers too. Yep.
Yeah, I actually like that. I kind of get a kick out of that. Shawnee, I mean, you've been to more church than I have. Your thoughts?
Well, I mean, I don't know. You can't tell nobody what God said to them. That's between them and God. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to go to his church though. If he preaching about that, I wouldn't want to go. But I mean, if that's what he do, you know, right? What he do.
Jay Black, your thoughts on the gay pastor saying, you know, some of that
I'm
gay
being honest.
sex
I'm not into it. I can't talk church. I can't talk any of that. I'm not the one. I'm trying to know what anointed means, but I don't even. But no, I'm good.
Technically, I know when it's used properly, but I don't technically know what anointing is.
Yeah, I didn't want to sound ignorant in that. I was going to usually I say, for the people that don't know, can y'all explain what, you know, I didn't even do that. I just.
Where is the bishop when we need the bishop? He's slacking on the job. We need the bishop right now. Do y'all, Shawnee or Mo, do y'all know technically? I know how to use it if I had to use it. Anointing, are you anointed? Does that mean like you're at a higher level in something?
I'm anointed at creating videos.
Oh,
okay.
I went to church on Sunday and the pastor anointed me with some oil on my head.
Oh, now y'all got me confused. I thought anointed me with. So you can use it a different way. You can get anointed
in a sentence.
Right. Okay. Yeah, Jay, you're not alone. I know when they use it correctly. I would know if somebody used it incorrectly, but I don't know exactly the anointing. I almost need to look that up and say, ask Siri, what's anoint? What is Siri?
That's our life. Asking Siri.
Siri. Let me see. Oh, wait a second. She said, okay. All right.
Leslie said yes.
Person either.
She said yes. That's what it is.
What? She said yes to both what Shawnee and Mo said, I guess. I guess so. I guess so. Listen, I always thought
anointed oil.
Anointed oil. They got the oils that are anointed. So I guess somebody anointed the oil, or does it come already with the anointing?
So normally it's prayed over. Yeah, it's prayed over.
Oh, okay.
When a pastor does it, it's more so like a ritualistic practice. I don't like to say ritualistic because people say, "Oh my God, what?" But in all intents and purposes, it is. It's what they do in church.
Is it sort of like the prayer rag? Do you remember they were selling the prayer rag?
The pastor's blessing you, or using the oil to anoint your head. That's just the oil is prayed over.
The oil is prayed. Oh, the oil is prayed over. Do y'all remember the prayer rag? Did they have that commercial where the dude was actually selling a?
Was the Peter pop up the scam you talking about?
No, it was a cloth. It was a prayer cloth, and they were selling it. It was an actual infomercial, and it would come on late at night. The guy would be.
I see it.
And I'm like, is this
guy? Anytime you put prayer anything on an object, people are going to buy it. I mean, we're human beings, and we all like want to have something. I think it's a piece of your hope. Like you just say, "Oh, this one thing is going to bring me good luck."
Yeah, baby oil don't count, Stacy. She said she carry oil.
You don't have prayer baby oil or anointing baby oil. They can't anoint the baby oil.
Ain't the same.
Blessed oil.
And normally it's a thick
prayer
oil.
cloth and miracle water. That boy.
Yeah, the miracle water.
It came with the miracle water.
I've never seen it.
Yes, I know what he's talking about.
It was, and he would just come on yelling. He said, "You want us to pray? Do you need your prayers to be answered? We got the prayer cloth, and for only $1.99 extra, it'll come with the miracle water." I was like, "Yo, y'all
it's
dead
worth it
serious?"
because I guess if I get a blessing,
I'm
and
praying with the cloth, right? I'm praying with the cloth, and then I'm just gonna sprinkle the water all over me, and the miracle gonna happen.
Yeah, and if you order right now, it's the prayer cell phone case. What? We got the prayer cell phone case right now. Oh my God. I remember that commercial so crazy. You need olive oil.
Yeah.
Y'all want to play? Listen, I didn't know you have some people that are gifted or talented, and they have people that are anointed to sing.
That's God's anointing on you is your talent.
If you're anointed to sing, can you really sing, or does it matter if you're off key? It doesn't matter because you're anointed, or does it mean that your voice is even better than somebody who like?
Have you ever heard somebody sing and it brings you to tears?
Oh, so they are anointed.
The whole house to tears.
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, that girl voice has an anointing on it. It must be a gift from God."
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Jeanette, don't leave home without it. Y'all play too much. Y'all entirely, y'all talking about baby oil.
Olive oil.
Y'all worse than the pastor talking about why he was doing it. He felt the anointing while he was doing it. That wasn't you weren't being anointing. You weren't being anointing. No, you were coming. That's what it was. It had nothing to do.
That's where we're going. All right.
That's where we're going.
You felt the spirit in that moment, huh? Hallelujah.
He said during sex, he felt like it was anointed. That's what he said during sex. No, that had nothing to do with that. You got the things confused. You was bussing. That's all. You was bussing.
Busting, baby. Okay, Plies.
Busting rhymes now. MOP now. What you want now? Oh shit. I don't know. I don't know if to talk about these people or just keep my mouth shut, but we played the video.
I saw a couple videos too. If you need some videos, let me
go ahead. Matter of fact, y'all go play this next video and I'll be right back. Let me just see what's going on. I'll be right back.
I saw this video and I wanted to know. All right, let me pull this up. Where is it at? I want to share this. Share it. Okay. I gotta find it. All right, I wasn't ready. Yeah, I can't. I'm gonna find it. It's on TikTok. So it was the baby mom, right? Oh no. And the baby dad was picking up the daughter. And the baby mom wanted to actually enter his car to put the daughter inside the car. Present. And a lot of comments on social media about who's right and who's wrong. Is he wrong for not allowing it to happen, or is she petty for trying to force herself on putting the daughter physically in the car? So let me get y'all thoughts on this.
I think this is the one where she wanted to make sure he had a car seat in the car. I think I've seen this one before, and he wanted to make sure the car seat was in the car, because she told him, "I'm not giving her to you unless you have, the car seat, unless she's safe." We can't hear it on this end.
Yeah, I can't hear it.
We can't hear it, so it sounds like dead air.
J Black, can you hear us? He can't hear us.
And he's invested.
Yeah. He all the way invested.
Oh, y'all.
We can't hear
We
it.
can't hear it.
Oh, wow. So
It's
y'all.
very low.
Oh, it's very low. Okay.
Yeah, like it's like a very low mumble. I know something is being said.
I'm
but
like,
I'm
wait.
saying that this clip, I think that this was the clip where she wanted to make sure he had a car seat, and she was saying, unless he had a car seat.
Oh, you talking about that video?
Yeah, I just saw it this morning, and the comments are going crazy. I'm like, wait. So yeah, she wanted. Yeah, I didn't realize. Thanks, Leaky. Yeah, just Jay Black. Only one enjoying it. Yeah, I was. I was all into it.
Jay Black like, yo, man, this motherfucker. I hate this bitch. I hate this bitch. Everybody else is going like, what?
I'm like, ooh, I can't wait to see what they got to say. And y'all couldn't hear nothing. That's hilarious.
Jay, don't ever move your hands like that again. Don't ever move your hands like that.
That was the female. I was doing how the girls do.
I didn't even want you impersonating.
Go ahead and get in touch with
Nah, throw a flag. Throw a flag on that. Wait a second. Throw a flag on that shit.
Jay Black, get comfortable with yourself.
No, but that was the clip. So she wanted to actually put the.
Wait. Did you actually play the clip?
But they couldn't hear it. So something's wrong with the audio. That's why TP had jokes. That's what.
You were so invested.
I was all there. I saw it. I was hyped. I said, this chick's talking about why you hollering at me. The dude is talking so calm. I said, she's gaslighting. That's what they mean when they say gaslighting. No, but she wanted to physically put the door. He drove 2 hours. Imagine you drive 2 hours to go pick up your seed.
Right.
And then the baby mom said, no, I want to open up your door and put her in the car seat. But he had
because
tint windows.
She wanted to check to make sure that he had a car seat.
But who are you?
There was a responsible parent.
As the other parent. You think I'm going to put my child in harm's way? But anyway, I drove 2 hours.
That's why they call accidents.
I drove 2 hours. Now, should he have just allowed her to do that? Like, go ahead. Because
it depends. See, we don't know the background on where this pettiness is at. Like, so she may have known damn well that he had a car. This ain't the first time he got in the car. So she may have already known and she was just trying to be an ass. Or she may have dropped him off before and he may have put him in a car that wasn't a car seat. So we don't know what the sidebar story is.
I've seen this before, and some of the backstory was the fact that she had already told him it is old.
Yeah, it just resurfaced.
They had issues about having a car seat before, and she told him, before he even left out, he said he did. He didn't want to open the door. He wanted to put her in by himself.
Now, I will say this. I will say I'm not in favor of the woman. I fuck her. But I will say this to be fair. I wish the first time I picked up Monty that her mother would have supervised me in my car seat, because Monty was the way I put her in the car seat, she was raising her hand the entire time. Like her arm was hooked. Like I
didn't even know how to put the baby.
I didn't know how to put it on. Her arm was hooked like this. And she had a question the entire ride. Like she had a question. Like she needed to use the restroom or some shit. I was like, I don't know if that arm, that don't look good for her shoulder. That is hilarious. But
I didn't see that part of the story. I just remember that the other part about the car seat.
But I'm just saying, if you drive 2 hours, Mike, are you going to waste your time, or are you just going to let her put the baby in the car? Or should she just not be petty and just, like, he went to go pick her up and she scooped it right up like, nah, this is my possession, son. Like, I didn't know who was right or who was wrong.
Who scooped the baby up?
The mom. So she put the daughter down, so she, I guess, wasn't gonna let her go with the dad. So the dad comes over to pick the daughter up, and she's picked it right back up and said, no, I want to put her in your car, or no. That's why I'm like, should he just say, you know what, I drove 2 hours, let me just get my daughter and be out? Or is it like I don't know who's more wrong, but in looking at the comments, they're really balanced too, but more so saying that she's the trifling one.
So can you show the silent video one more time so I can see the body language?
The silent video.
Can you show the silent video one more time?
Why can't y'all hear this?
Hold on, there's a little thing that says that there's a little thing that has an X over it. What is that? Hit the
That's
sound.
Shuffle. That's the shuffle.
That's the shuffle, or
yeah, this
you go to pick her up and then she picked. So yeah. So yeah, like he goes to pick her up, and then that's when she like,
I drove 2 hours to get up this motherfucker. Yeah, can you just come the fuck on? Like, what the fuck are we doing? No, you ain't doing shit. I don't care if you drove 2 hours. She with me every damn day. She with me. Let me see the car seat, nigga. let me see the car seat. No, I ain't gotta show you a fucking car seat. This is why I don't fuck with you to begin with. What?
Mike's play-by-play.
What? Oh man, I will say this on the mother and the father. When y'all are at each other like that, well, the kid always loses. The kids always lose when you're like that. But that has got to be in top 5 one of the most infuriating moments in your life. You have to be so pissed off. And I'm saying the mom and the dad, whoever, whatever, that shit must, and I don't know, because all 3 of y'all have gone through this. I just became a baby dad. I became a baby dad late. When the kids turned 16, I'm a baby dad now. But is it that intense? Have y'all, like, has it been that intense with trying to co-parent and y'all doing?
Absolutely, because
I'm not engaging. I mean, I don't engage in that. I'm just gonna sit there and let you act the fool by yourself. You finish it, you done. Like I feel like if you give that energy and you give that back and forth, it'll never end.
Right.
It's so toxic and it'll never end. So where you like, listen, I'm standing my ground. A lot of times that stress and all of that come with it, that's on you. That other person is sleeping good. And when I say good.
So you don't feed into the oh, real quick. Diane said he should have just let her put that baby in the car. That baby didn't need to hear all that back and forth. So it was the guy's fault.
It's called the power struggle.
It's my car.
Still a form of the power struggle. But with the car seat, like, I'm sorry, that's a safety thing. And so what if you mad? But the safety of your child should come first. And
but the car seat was there, Mo. It was there.
That's what they would. So why not quell the mother's anxiety or whatever?
I don't have to. It sounds like a cop. Why not the cop? Why should I have to be violated?
Instead of
I don't want you in my vehicle. It's my personal.
Look, I'm opening the car door so you can see that there is.
I ain't gotta prove that to you. I drove here. You think I drove here 2 hours without a car seat for our daughter?
There goes the triangulation in this dispute. Is where you don't think that you wrong, she don't think that she wrong, and the baby right there in the middle absorbing all of it.
But she's wrong by saying you hollering at me.
You heard that? Oh yeah, you heard the video. That's right. You heard. I was gonna say, did you read lips like that? I said, oh shit.
It's been so long since I seen the video. I can't give you blow by blow content like Jay Black.
I was like, how did Jay read the lips like that?
I don't know if that was worse than TP's comment. I don't know which one was worse, but that was good. That was good.
We couldn't hear nothing.
Okay, so I think they both, but I understand what Mo's saying that you need to know, like, maybe he's an irresponsible motherfucker. Like, I remember the first time I dropped my oldest off when we were still going through that. And it was a real bad neighborhood. Choose your battles. Yeah. Damn car seat. Really? All right. Well, I ain't mad at that. But I had questions too the first time I dropped Monty off. And she was like, "Oh, you act like this is my only kid." I ain't gonna say what I responded to, but what I said back. But I was like, "You got a security system?" Like, the neighborhood was crazy, y'all. It was in Philly off of Broad Street, it was in South Philly somewhere, and literally. She lived to, where a building gets torn down or burnt down or whatever. So there was no house next to her. There was no house. And I drove up like, there's no fucking, like, I was like, what the fuck?
You ain't got no neighbor.
You ain't even got a neighbor. There's stray dogs. There's stray dogs just running across the street and shit. I was like, my daughter ain't used to this. Like, call me what you want. And I was like, you got a security system in here? And she was like, no. And so I had to go in the house. So I kind of felt the woman's pain because I need to check. Like, I was checking doors and windows and shit and everything like that. So I don't know. I think maybe I might agree. Maybe you should have just let her just
let her open up your car door, go in your car.
I'd be like, just open it. If I really, because this is the thing. If this is really about me really wanting to see my child, Not because it's court ordered, not because you just want to stick it to her. If I really want to see my child, all I want to do is get her in the car. That's all I want to do. So we can start our weekend. So I'd be like, go ahead, Jack. Who was the person recording this interaction?
He said, you got it? Because we're going to have to show this to the judge.
So he had somebody recording it.
Yeah, he had somebody.
So there's prior history to her being this person.
That's why you brought a cameraman. We're going to take this 2-hour drive to go pick up my daughter. I need a cameraman because I know this chick, Micheal. He's like, Micheal, you just is what we doing? Like, you ain't going to let me get my... Yeah, you should watch the clip, Mike, and hear it. Like, it's, on your own.
It's so much better when you hear it.
It's so much better when you... It's so much better. But yeah, I was torn though. Because I like to stay on my ground too, but I don't know if I drove 2 hours for nothing and then I got to drive 2 hours back. I don't know if I might give in. Like that's when I might say, you know what, you gonna win this one because the goal was to pick up my daughter, but I don't need you in my car. I don't need you. You know,
yeah, because it's the power trip. The power trip is she knows as a man what you're doing. You're trying to demasculate him. That's what you're trying to do. You're basically trying to say like, let me see open up the door. Let me see the car. Because, you know, women are good at that shit, and they know what buttons to push.
Yeah, Jeanette is right. Yeah, he had tinted windows, so she couldn't see if it was in there. Some people say, oh, she's wanting to see if it was a girl in the passenger seat.
Well, you know what? She couldn't see, we couldn't hear. So, bitch, we even. How about that?
Oh, Mo's back.
We even now. We even. She complaining because she can't see. Try and do a morning show and you can't hear the damn clip. Try and do that. Try to have an opinion on it.
I had another clip of something more serious, and I didn't know who was right or who was wrong.
Now this is just gonna be the audio. Watch, it won't be no video. It'll just be the audio.
Shut up. So with this one, right? All right, so this one, it was a father. This is a serious one. So it was a father. He was speaking of car seats. He was loading his kid up in the back of the car in his driveway. And these individuals rolled by and went to go steal a car as the father went inside to go get this other kid. And he came out and the guy was jumping in his car. And people are saying that we are all blaming the father when we should be blaming the thieves. So I want your thoughts.
Why were they blaming the father? Because he left the kid.
Because why would you leave the car running with your kid in it? Duh. I think the father's wrong. But anyway, I didn't.
Y'all would have hated my mom. Oh Lord, Jesus.
I don't think you need the audio for this. You probably couldn't hear anyway. But
so they about to start their trip. So he probably warmed the car up. He probably warming the car up so it'd be toasty for the child when he puts the kid in.
He putting the kid in the bassinet, whatever car seat thing, and cars running.
He live in a trustworthy neighborhood that he's been comfortable in, that he's been living in. And the last thing you think is
the black car pulls up and they're like, oh, let's go get him. The car is running. So the guy's gonna run over with his kid in the car. He's gonna steal his car, and the dad coming out with the other baby.
Oh, he's trying to get the other baby.
Yeah, but
what you want him to do?
Not have the car running, and now the guy gonna try to pull off with him holding the other kid.
Oh, that's terrifying. Oh, that's terrible. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, we fighting till we die. Oh, he got to get the car because the car is moving. But I don't blame that father. That father's by himself.
You can't leave your car running, Michael.
Oh, I leave my car running my mom used to leave the car running and leave it and drive. And my job was to put my foot on the brake until she came in. Listen, there's a good.
Oh, yeah, the other comment. Okay.
Dude, that's not, was he careless? Yes. But in the middle of the morning, when you were trying to transport 2 kids and you're trying to get them there, and you're turning on a car and you're living in a neighborhood that you've been safe in the entire time, and you're just going to get the kid because it's impossible for you to get them both at the same time. You can't blame the father. The thief is wrong. The thief is wrong.
And right in your own driveway, you would never ever think. I know people who got remote start and they start their car up, right?
There's a difference between.
I don't think the father.
There's a difference between being careless and being wrong. A criminal is wrong.
Okay.
If he wasn't a criminal, we wouldn't have to lock our fucking doors. Was he careless? Could he have used better judgment? Perhaps. But I don't know if he's a single dad that is trying to get them to the babysitter or to the daycare.
We as adults are ultimately responsible, right?
Yeah, but that's not better judgment. That's not a
That's
call of
horrible
better
judgment to leave your car running with your kid in it. You have to always keep your head on a swivel, expect the unexpected as a parent. I'm not leaving my little newborn in a car seat with the car running and I'm going in the house to go get the other kid. No.
Listen, Mr. Holier Than Thou.
No.
Listen to Mr. Perfect Parent. Every parent in here, if they're honest, all 4 of these squares have done some shit with their kid that you look back on and say, why the fuck did I do that?
Yep.
Why did I leave?
It was wrong.
No, it's not. It was you made a mistake. There's a difference between being wrong and making a mistake. There's a difference between being careless and making a mistake. The criminal is wrong.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't put one kid in the car when they were babies. I couldn't carry 2 carriers out.
Why couldn't he carry the one arm with the thing and had the other kid in the other arm? We're doing this together. I'm not leaving the car running with babies in it.
Like the doggone changing table.
Yeah.
Both kids had to be in the little car carrier. So I couldn't carry both of them out.
Yeah.
Shabby says that was a normal act to me.
Yeah.
That shit happens every morning.
Normal act.
In my neighborhood, that happens in my neighborhood. Motherfucker, you got kicked out the fucking house and how to sell that shit. You ain't in that fucking neighborhood. And stop trying to act like you still
neighborhood.
Yeah, in my former neighborhood. Every car in the morning time, like just about every car going to work, had the car turned on. Like everybody, that's what they were doing.
And don't criminals know that? I'm gonna go to the nice neighborhood because they leave their cars running, and I can.
So who's wrong? The criminal, because he's a criminal.
But I'm also saying the parent has to have some responsibility. That was negligence to having your car running with your kid inside of it.
Yeah,
I firmly believe this. I firmly believe this.
It's not about right or wrong. I'm telling you, it's about that is not something you think about until after it happens to you. You don't think it's gonna happen.
Like when you're in the store and you got your kid with you and your child is literally standing next to you, but you're not holding their hand because you got consumed with trying to pick something out and you turn around and this motherfucker's all the way down the aisle where somebody could have just scooped him and ran with him. Like you turn around and then literally you're like, how did you get I've never seen you walk that fast. Yeah. Mike, how about them Knicks? Mo, you already know what it is and give it up to RJ Barrett. Give RJ Barrett a little love. Back to our subject, but Mo, yes. But even in the grocery store, I found myself, you could have called me if you saw the video, like, why was you paying attention to your kid? Or you got him in the cart and you start venturing off a little bit away. And then you realize that the product you want is further down the aisle. And instead of doing what you should do is grab the cart and take it with you, you say, I can just go down the aisle and grab it real quick. And then next thing you know, somebody just scoops your kid. They be like, it was your fault for leaving the kid in the cart. Yeah. Why you leaving the kid in the cart by himself? So Jay Black, if car wasn't running and they decided to jack him, then what? It's his fault too.
It wouldn't be the parent fault at that point. It's ultimately the thief is wrong. Yes. I'm saying the parent also had a major part in that because you enticed a thief by having your car running with your baby inside of it.
You don't entice
if the car wasn't running, you made it easier.
Criminals don't need to be enticed.
No, getting jacked is something different. You running up on somebody with a
That's what he would have done if he was in the car.
No, they heard the car running. That's why they said, hold up. This is too easy.
They were driving by. I don't think that they heard the car running.
No. They just walked up in there, got out the car, and ran towards it like they was just going to hit that car. A thief will take a car that's not running if he really wants the car. No, that's facts. Jay he victim shaming today. I don't know. He victim shaming.
You play a part.
That's what I'm getting at.
So the dad is exonerated. He didn't play.
Who's right or wrong? We know the thief is wrong.
No, the dad didn't play any part.
Afro Queen.
I feel like he was wrong. I feel like he did something that comes natural to all parents. Let me get this one in the car, safe, click, click, boom. Now let me get the other one in the car, click, click, boom.
Facts.
Let my child get taken because you left it. Mo or Shawnee. Let my son be in your car running and you let left it running. Somebody jump. That's Mike. That would be a problem. Hold up, Mike. You would have a problem if your baby mom.
I would not blame
running.
I would not blame my baby. I would not blame. I would not blame my baby. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't, because I would be crushed and I'd be destroyed.
Like,
somebody
why would you
took
leave
my
the car
kid.
running? You would say, why
No,
would
I
you leave the
wouldn't.
car running and go in the
Jay,
house?
I'm telling you, we have left the car running. We have, and you're right. We shouldn't. But when you're every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you're on a schedule. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday. You go out there, you put one kid in, you run back in, you put another kid in, you get in the car, you drive them. That's your routine. That's what criminals prey on. I'm not saying it's something we should do, but to place blame on somebody. Lady Q, sir, you let my son wander the builder store and don't have any idea what aisle he's in. Stop playing. Lady Q, I was praying that you would have something. Woke up inspired. Thank you, Lady Q.
Leaving the car running and us in the aisle.
No, you leave your child running in a store is how sex trafficking happens. That's why Shawnee even put me up. She won't even let her daughters walk into Walmart by themselves because they scoop them up and run with them. Yeah, I hella respect you, but sometimes you really say the most.
Tashavi is the truth. And their father played a part. I know the father played a part.
You offended Tashavi. You offended him. How did you do that?
Yeah, right. They kind of
nothing. Next thing you know, what's his name? Rick gonna come up here and be offended. Yo. I know I done said a lot of shit about my wife, but you done cross the line, son. You done crossed. They need an emoji with a person running over a line. The emoji for cross the line. Yo, you crossed the line on this shit.
Oh God.
Mo said I paid to live in a neighborhood where I can leave my car. Mo, let them know, son. Let them know. That's what you think.
Yeah.
You know what my property taxes were? It hurts my feelings. What the kids in the house doing?
Yeah, the other baby by itself in the house. Doing what?
The other baby probably causing havoc, and that's why it took so long to come out.
So let me ask you something. Would you feel more comfortable, Jay Black, with him trying to handle both of the kids, right? And that other little kid, while he's putting the baby in the car seat, runs out into the middle of the road? Like, come on. I think that he did what he thought was
just don't have the car running.
I would have thought the same thing.
Just don't leave your car running.
In the car, get him in the car seat, and then I'm running back in there to get Junior.
Well, let's read Red's comment. Can we read Red, please? No, I always miss
Red. I'm with Jay.
Oh, good job. You got right there.
Hey, Trump got supporters too. I'm with Jay because kids also try to drive with no one is in. Well, the kid. I don't think these kids were old enough to drive. These kids weren't old enough. No, they were in a car. They weren't old enough. But I get what you're saying. Yeah, put the comment back on. Look who's supporting you. Look. That was a comment you got. They might drive. They 6 more years old. What are you talking about? They gonna drive. What are you gonna do? They learning how to suck on nipples. They look at it.
Right, boy.
Jay Black, you are by yourself on this one, just like video you enjoyed by yourself.
I take that, Red boy.
Lady Q's back at it. I tell them all the time how people getting snatched up in the stores out there.
Thinking people gonna snatch her. They be snatching women.
They do.
Adults.
They do. Don't you know it's an epidemic?
Adult women in the store gonna snatch you. An adult, and you just gonna go willingly?
No, but they scoop them.
All kinds of stuff.
They drug them.
Yes, walk them out the store like, oh, my wife don't feel good.
They
walk
put it
right out the store.
Oh, they can put something on your skin and knock you out and all that type of stuff.
Kathy Black and Miles. Them people got something to say when you hook your kid up to a cute backpack leash. Yeah, when I don't like the leashes. Just hold their hands. I feel some type of way about putting leashes on kids.
Have you ever
I do.
had a child break away from you while you're holding their hand and you're holding another kid?
Ooh,
it's the scariest thing because you can't catch their little asses.
They do.
So yeah, no, I think that we need to stop being so hard on and judgmental when certain situations like this, because it can happen to any of us.
But unfortunately, Jay's right in this thing. No matter how much you pay, no matter what your tax bracket is, you should not leave the car running. I know that's true, and I stopped doing it, but I've done it without thinking. I've done the shit. So that's why I can't blame him. I mean, Jay, you let your kid run in different aisles and you wouldn't
She
unsupervised.
be hyping it up. We be together in the same, like he may go a couple steps ahead of me, but it's not like he 2 and 3 hours
It only takes a couple
over.
of seconds for you to get distracted or look at something or be distracted by someone, a decoy coming up to you to ask you a question and you giving them the answer, and boom, bam, somebody has your child. So
Dog, last week I heard last Saturday him and the young king went out and he found his child in the lost and found. That's what I heard.
You ain't heard that about me.
That's what I heard.
Whatever. She found. Everybody see a light-skinned kid. I know he might not match.
Followed in Walmart down Atlanta, which is becoming, just like Texas, a big sex trafficking state. And I'm telling you, they got police officers there at certain store. Walmart, it's police officers constantly there because of high kidnapping, sex trafficking.
Boy, Jay, first of all, go back to the last statement because you got to catch all this. You got to inhale this smoke. You got to get.
Yeah, she just started.
Rand said, laugh out loud. This happened to me. Putting one in and went in a house, and the 2-year-old put the car in gear. Damn, your 2-year-old should have been auditioned for the Fast and the Furious. What's the next? What's the next one? How you say snatch and willingly? Yes, adults get snatched. Yes, they get snatched. They're getting snatched all over the country. Stacey said, Jay Black, you sound like my sister. I was scared out jogging. She said, I was too old to be trafficked. I told her I know somebody want me. Your sister, I ain't saying this. I'm just joking. Your sister was like, there ain't no market for your old ass. They not like,
Oh, man.
And Stace, I don't know how old you are, so please don't be offended. You're a very nice woman. Can you imagine you trying to auction her off? Like, and they're like, what's her talents? She knows how to knit. She can crochet. Mark. Mark dropping it. He said, I work with law enforcement and sex trafficking kids and adults he really wants to say every fucking day. That's what he wanted to say, but he ain't saying because he's a nice dude. Hey. Lady Q. Lady Q back at it. Brought to you by Woke Up Inspired. Get that merch, the shirts that you see Jay Black wear. We got a trafficking ring that hangs at our Target. Jay Black, what are we doing, Jay? What are you doing, Jay?
The girls be like, look, they plotting. Look, there's a van. I do be watching them, but I'm glad that their head's on a swivel. You are fully aware.
Well, your head's not on a swivel. If you can't find your kid, he's in the next aisle. What type of swivel? You got a swivel that extends up like just.
Go gadget back.
In most states, it's illegal to leave your car running at a store/gas station. Yeah, but everybody does it. But you're right on that.
The running rules for my household is when we are in the store, if I can't see you and touch you when I reach out my arm, you too damn far. He told me
Fact.
Not too long ago that I was being overprotective. And I had to break it down and explain to him in the most kindest way I could about what would happen to him if somebody took him.
50 minutes. Go get it. I'm 52. I'm with you. They ain't selling my little light skin. They ain't like, oh, he's got hair. That's how they auction me up. He's got hair. He can make you laugh. The bidding starts at $12. $12 anyway. They might have $12.
He's kind of healthy. He drinks Diet Sunkiss.
He drinks Diet Sunkiss.
Diet Sunkiss.
All right, but we got to get serious real quick. We're way after the hour, 16 minutes after the top of the hour, 8:16.
Wow.
Here on the East Coast, 7:16 Central Standard Time, and way earlier over there on the West Coast. So we got to play this video. There was a teacher, and that returned back to school after suffering major injuries over an attack by a student. And we're going to play the video, and then we're going to introduce our guests because we're tired of Jay Black telling us how he would do it. I know what I would do. I know how. So now we have a veteran of the school system who's been a teacher, a principal, an advisor, and all that. And she's been in the middle of the ruckus.
But go ahead, we'll see the clip first.
So Jay already doubts, but I gotta use the restroom. Play the clip.
It's tough to watch. What did she have to say about it?
That's right, guys. This attack happened at the end of January, but that teacher is still out of work and on the mend. The girl has pleaded guilty to aggravated assault on the teacher. She's now serving a year sentence at the youth detention center.
She just went off and pulled me down to the floor.
Heritage High School teacher Tawana Turner says in that moment, as the 15-year-old girl pounced, God spoke to her.
I heard the God say, don't hit her.
Other teachers had to jump in and pull the teen off of her. Turner would spend the next 6 days in the hospital.
When I got out of the hospital and came home, it hit me that I had been injured really bad and I can't go to work. I can't see my students. I can't do anything that I used to do. I can't drive.
The Rockdale County District Attorney's Office tells Fox 5 that the 15-year-old girl pleaded guilty to aggravated battery against a teacher, which is a felony. Last week, a judge sentenced her to a year in the youth detention center, followed by 5 years of supervised release. What allegedly caused the girl to go off when Turner tried to take her phone.
The young lady, hopefully she will grow from this. She will learn from this. She'll get the help she needs.
Turner has taught for nearly 3 decades. She says recently she's noticed a shift in how kids act. Would you say that the kids of today are different than the ones in the classrooms you first walked into 27 years ago?
Absolutely. Absolutely they are. I would say that if I had to start teaching with these students, this generation, nah, I wouldn't have been able to.
She says after the video went viral, people from around the world reached out to her to express their support.
People who don't know me have reached out to me, have helped me, are praying for me, supporting. That kind of treatment, that holds you up when you fall.
You got angels on your side.
I'm telling you, I don't take any of it for granted.
And Turner tells me if she could go back to the classroom tomorrow, even after all of this, she would. She thinks that along the way, the system failed her teenaged attacker. Moving forward, she wants to see more support for kids with emotional issues before it ever gets to this point. Tom?
It's tough.
I don't know what it is with these kids who think that they can't get their cell phones taken. Like in school, when a teacher said, you got to leave the classroom, you left the classroom. If you had something in your hand that was distracting, they said, give it to me. And you went to the desk and you gave it to him because that was the punishment for being a distraction. But these kids don't want a punishment for being distracted or distracting the class.
You can't act tough as a teacher and say, I'm going to take your phone. And then now when you get beat up, you
can't beat a teacher up because they took your phone.
But you can't, don't be tough. Don't be trying to snatch nothing from people.
They're not being tough. It's called discipline. It's called running your classroom.
Don't put your hands on me or my property. How about that?
No, your property. When you get into the classroom, when a teacher decides that property,
you want sympathy.
That property that you have is being misused. Your privileges on having that property are taken to the end of the class.
It needs another system in place for you to report that or get some other support.
Oh, here we go with the fucking report. Now you want now you give it. So what you
snatch something out your hand?
You don't even know she snatched it out the hand. You just making shit up.
To take a phone. She said
yes.
And that was just one side.
She took the phone.
Another
so you're telling me these kids now can literally decide that, oh no, you're not gonna discipline me.
I said no, so you
want teachers to teach. You want teachers to teach kids that have the right just to say no because they don't like what the teacher wants them to do. Bring up the guest. I ain't get.
Wait, you got a guest?
We got a guest. Let me get my applause ready. The Wheeler Howard, ladies and gentlemen, clap it up. Let me get this out. There you go.
Good morning.
First of all, thank you so much for joining us. I know you worked in the school system for a long time.
Over 20 years, Jay Black. Over
20 years. I respect that.
All right. So what I'm gonna do, Dwella, because I don't have. You got to understand, Dwella. I have to deal with this dude every day, like Monday through Friday. I have to deal with this, and he believes that this job, he could walk into a classroom and he could do the job and he would never lose his temper, and there would never be anything. And if a kid said, fuck you, Jay Black's idea was, we got to throw the bad kids out of the class and send them to another class with just bad kids. But first of all, your opinion.
Against the law.
It's against the law. Is that against the law?
Yes, highly against the law. Not just state law. That's against some federal laws, depending on the status of the student. So that's a no.
So your opinion on the video you just saw, your opinion on it.
So first off, from that story, and first off, good morning, everyone. Jay, I would love to live in your fantasy land on this one. We do not know. When the story says the teacher attempted to get the phone from the student, we do not know if get the phone means, young lady, bring your phone and put it here on my desk. We don't know if get the phone means she extended her hand, put your phone here in my hand. We don't know if get the phone was she tried to grab the phone from the student. Now, I do agree that if the young lady was holding the phone in her hand and the teacher attempted to grab it and snatch it, that is always a no-no, because it is the same as if you're on the street or in the grocery store. If you are in possession of a thing, of an object, and someone tries to grab it from you, you can feel threatened and then you can defend yourself. So if that was the case, then I can see that happening. I'm not saying it's right, because that's still a child. We're not talking about two grown ladies. We're talking about a child. So that child is still grown, period.
And the likelihood of her not having that phone in her hand is rare, right? She's just not going to have the phone sitting there. I'm sure she probably had it.
No. What I'm saying is the teacher could have said, because I've seen this, the teacher could have said, bring me your phone. When a teacher says, bring me your phone, that's bring it here and put it on the desk, because you're thinking of this as an isolated incident, and that no ground rules and processes and classroom management procedures have already been put in place, which I'm sure they have been. So the understanding usually within a classroom is, if I have to ask you to bring me your phone because I see you doing something you're not supposed to be doing, that means you bring me your phone and you put it in the designated spot I tell you to. That's usually how it goes.
What authoritative approach could that be? If any, like, no one likes to be talked to in a certain kind of way. So I think a lot of it is language. But say if the person doesn't want to, because you're saying it as if I said do it and you have to do it.
You're a child. I don't care if I told you to walk outside, count to 10, and come back in and try it again.
But I don't like nobody talking to my kid like that. All right.
I am the adult in that classroom. That is a problem, Jay, because a lot of these children are not told what to do by their parents. Their parents make suggestions. No, I don't make a suggestion. That's my classroom. I am in charge of that classroom. I am the adult in that classroom. I am the person who gives directives in that classroom. And so if you cannot follow my directives, then maybe you don't need to be in my classroom.
I like that approach. I just don't like the physical aspect. I don't like the physical nature, because usually there's a cause and effect. Things just don't escalate to physical.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yes,
yes, they do.
Yeah, they do.
If you have children who are not accustomed to a adult who acts like an adult, so you have adults who act like children, and then you have adults who are grown adults. Some children are being raised by adults who play with kids. Go to your room. Oh, mama, I'll do that later. If you said that to your mama, you'd be getting up with those doors. But these children, some of them have parents who do not set clear boundaries. So if I don't have clear boundaries at home, and when I go out into the world, wherever it may be, I don't know how to exercise and deal with clear boundaries. So when someone tells me something to do who is not my parent, I don't even listen to my mama. So I sure ain't gonna listen to you.
So think about one of your students. First of all, what ages did you teach?
I've done pre-K through 12th grade, sir.
All right. I'm sorry. Whoa, I feel the energy. Wait a minute.
Yes.
Get him, Dwayla. Get him.
Jay.
I need the whole thing. I need give him all the energy. Give him all the energy.
Delusional. I would, even if you don't want a substitute, I want you to sign up to be a parent volunteer in your child's school district and spend not 5 minutes, not a class period. I need you to go at 8 o'clock, 7:30, whatever time school starts. And I need you to stay there till the time school is over and make observations. I'm not saying you got to do anything. Sit in the class, shadow your student, and see. Don't look at your child. Look at the other kids.
But
everybody
is it a progression?
Doesn't have the same background.
But is it a progression for those unruly kids? Isn't it normally a progression?
You said unruly.
Yeah, I mean the ones that may be causing a problem, because I'm sure everyone
like the ones that punch you in the face if you take their cell phones. That's the unruly that you're talking about.
I'm like, what is unruly? They're not.
You know the problem ones. You know the ones that's going to be defiant for no reason.
That's where you're wrong right there. First off, the problem ones. You're putting a label on a child. You have no idea. That kid could have come from a home where the mama got killed when he was 2. The daddy got locked up when he was 3. He was raised by the aunt who let the boyfriends molest him. So he got to come to school knowing I ain't got no mama, I ain't got no daddy, and my auntie don't give a damn about me or what happens to me. And they're carrying that baggage from the time they're 3, 4, 5 years old, and nobody gives them mental help. Nobody lets them know I love you. Nobody teaches them appropriate touch. Nobody has read to them, so they don't know how to read. Nobody has given them clear directives or discipline, so they don't know how to react to authority. And I've seen this in kids in the 4th grade, 3rd grade.
And Dwayla, you make some amazing points, but this is the point I just want to ask you about. So if a teacher in the beginning of the year says they have rules, and these are the rules, and a child does not abide by the rules, J-Back literally believes there should be no punishment for it.
No, I didn't say that.
If a teacher
you have to control your classroom. No, but I said there's ways you can go about it. If you get husky with a kid, you have to expect that they might get husky back.
And we gonna be going husky together, because when a child decides to get husky with me, you stepping out of your child's place and you stepping into a grown person's place. Period.
Mo gotta go. All right, Mo.
I have to go into the parent pickup line. I really wanted to comment and chime in on this fruitful conversation, because J Black does need to. I think you need a practicum experience of what it is to be a teacher and to be in the classroom. Whether it be as a person who's observing, like some of the things I do with being a behavior specialist, or teaching. I have taught as well, Dwayla, and I realized it was not for me.
Exactly.
You have to realize that you are the leading authority in the classroom, and not only do you have to manage that one student who you trying to get to give up their phone, but you also have to manage the behavior of everyone else in the classroom and make sure they're not triggered or off task because of this one student. And you can't spend a whole 30 minutes. Please,
because it can't become a show. It can't become a show.
Please give me your phone. You can't do that. So Jay,
you're setting the tone at the beginning of the school year. But go ahead.
But your view and your expectations of what the educator is supposed to do is really skewed. It really is. It's not that. It's not in black and white like that. And I would like to see you in the classroom.
And Mo, have a great day, and you and your young king. I just want Jay, you keep saying setting the tone. If this child is disrupting the classroom with this cell phone, and she asks for the cell phone, and the child says no.
So what are the proper
wait, just let me finish. The child says no, and she goes and she lets it slide. She has now set the tone. No, she has now set the tone for the rest of the class to do the same thing with their cell phones.
I agree. You can't set. You have.
So how, if this person is distracting the classroom with the cell phones, what do you want the teacher to do? Because the only answer is to get the cell phone out the child's hand.
You have to know the resources that's in play, and that's why I guess there wasn't going. So when that child says, "No, I'm not putting my phone there. I'm not doing that." Like, what are your next steps? I'm sure there has to be some type of either programs or something in place that you can call someone for security, for something or whatever to remove for that minute, but that person can't just sit in your classroom, right?
Oh, Jay. So depending on how your district is set up, some districts have behavior specialists within the building that you can call on. Some have hall monitors or, things like that they could call on. Mm-hmm. But in the education world, that's called get away your power, sir. If every time a child does not obey my directive,
you gotta call somebody
and I have to call somebody else, every time I give away my power. Even writing a discipline referral, that is giving away your power, depending on what the issue is. Now, if somebody, two kids start fighting, that, of course, you have to write that up. You have to document that. But things like, you didn't bring a pencil today. You chewing gum. You wouldn't give me your phone. You won't stop talking. That's not an automatic first time, second time, sometimes even discipline referral. That's part of your discipline management system in your classroom. That is something that you go over with students and you send home with parents. But every single time you do that as a teacher, as a principal, as an assistant principal, as any adult working in a building, you give away your power. You give away a level of respect that student and the students who are looking at what's happening are going to have for you. They're going to know they can try you.
Is it a little bit of ego in there? Is a little ego in there then too then?
No, it's not ego. It is, sir, this is my domain as an educator. Every state has an educator code of ethics. It is your responsibility as the adult in that classroom to maintain control. Period.
And I'm assuming the parents, when you reach out to the parents to have that additional dialogue, the parents aren't supportive, and that goes to the mental health and them not having their background. I'm assuming that is a lot of the cases with a lot of the kids that's causing problems.
Yes, I mean, some parents. I've had instances with parents who lied on their enrollment forms and said, "Does your child have any, special needs?" No. Has your child ever been diagnosed with any mental health issues? No. Has your child ever had to receive, counseling? No. And they're lying to us. And so we get the child in the classroom who bouncing off the walls, or who has oppositional defiance disorder, or who is bipolar and not medicated because the parent doesn't want to put them on medication. And we're in the classroom with this student trying to figure out what to do because they wreaking havoc. And then you call the parent. I don't know why Timmy acting like that. Yes, you do. You lying. Timmy daddy Timmy daddy is in the mental hospital right now. And you know that he got mental issues, but you won't take him to get tested because you don't want people to say, your baby touched. Your baby is touched, and he should be blessed by some mental health services.
So because listen, Jay's a great parent. Jay and Lady Q are great parents, and they are super active with the teachers, every teacher. Well, Jay got a little, Jay puts on, like Jay runs up on teachers in the beginning of the year. Like he runs up on them. But hey, I get that, I can also bring up issues that I have with teachers. But I want to bring this up. Let's say you're in a classroom of sixth graders, and you're teaching sixth graders. What are some of the things? Because I'm 52 years old. I don't know what goes on in these classrooms. How do you discipline? What is some of your tactics? Like if a kid is acting up, do you make them move this is old school. Do you make them move their desk away from the rest of the class? What are certain things that you do to discipline, to enforce your rules of the classroom?
So for most campuses, every teacher would be required to have what is just generically called a classroom management plan or a classroom discipline plan. So that's a tiered system of consequences and steps to follow along with them for mediation of behaviors. So let's say the first step, okay, child is talking. You're trying to teach the lesson and a kid starts talking and they're talking to their neighbor during class. Shaniqua, I'm gonna need you to be quiet. Verbal warning. That's number one. Verbal warning. Okay. You continue teaching. and Shaniqua keeps talking. I'm sorry, class. Excuse. You may walk over to the student. You increase proximity. That's what it is called, ma'am. I know that you may be excited about what you're talking about, but right now I'm trying to teach the class and you're disrupting them. So if you could, I'm gonna need you to stop talking, and I'm gonna need you to allow your fellow classmates to listen to their lesson so that we can get through this. That's second verbal warning.
Right. Okay. That's second. Okay. That's second verbal
Then
warning.
next, we doing the lesson. Keep going. Lil Shaniqua keeps talking. Okay, everybody, we're to the point. I want you to try problem number 3. And as you finish, raise your hand and I'll come check it. And then I'm going to go and I'm going to look up a phone number because now I need to call somebody because your child won't stop talking while I'm trying to teach. So that's number 3, parent phone call, parent contact. So I've given you 2 verbal warnings and you have ignored them both. One just generically and one up close and personal. And you have ignored both of them. So now I'm going to call a parent during class, which takes me away from being able to check on everybody else. But I got to deal with this right now. So I'm going to call a parent. I may call you over. Shaniqua, your mama want to talk to you, baby. And I'm going to hand her the phone. And I'm going to let her talk to her mama. And and I'm going to go on and do what I need to do. Because now I'm put that on the parent. I've informed them directly when it happened. And I'm going to need them to talk to their parent, their baby. After she get off the phone, she come back. We're going to get back started. We're going to get her back in the mix. Okay, did you do number 3? Let me see your number 3. And we're going to keep going. Now, once it's, time for independent practice or for them to work together, whatever, and let's say she gets up and scream at somebody, boy, stop touching me! What are we doing? I'm sorry. Go ahead. You all keep working on your problems. Ma'am, can I see you outside? And I'm going to step right to the door. And I'm going to leave the door open, but I'm going to be half in, half out. Is there a problem today? Are you not having a good day today? What's going on? You seem distracted today. I just called your mama. Did she upset you? So you needed to yell out in class. What's going on? See, this is all.
And this is every day. This is every day. And you haven't even you have acknowledged it. But let's remember, at the same time, you're supposed to be teaching the other kids at the same time.
Yes.
So what happens when a kid says, and I'm not being funny, Dwella, but I've seen the videos. What just happens is how when the kid says "fuck you."
Oh, okay. So you're not having a good day. All right. So I'm gonna need you to stay right here. I'm gonna need you to stay, come right here, and I may put them, in a chair over to the side, or have them stand over, by a wall, or stand in a designated space, and then that's when I'm not only do I have to call you, I'm gonna call your mama again. Yes, Miss Shirley. I'm sorry to have to call you back, but Shaniqua just said "fuck you" to me, so I'm gonna have to write her on referral. And have one of the administrators come and get her. But I did want to let you know what she said and what I'm doing, so you won't be surprised today, okay? And the mama may say whatever, but she getting that paper in her life.
And now, because I don't know if Jay Black remembers, Jay Black's against that last form of you taking the child away from the classroom and making them stand in a corner.
No, well, okay, so be clear. I'm putting the child in an area so that now not only can I call the parent, but I can see what they're doing so that I can write this referral. Because I can't let you go back to kicking and ha-haing with your kids and you just cuss me out. And the kids heard it and saw it. You're not going to get rewarded for your bad behavior.
So now remember, y'all, this is one student. This is she just gave you the process on one student in a classroom of maybe 20 to 30 kids. That these teachers are now having to educate the rest of the kids.
They can't read because of COVID, and they can't add, subtract, multiply, or divide because mama didn't put them on the online school, and they have no discipline because mama didn't make them go to online school. So from kindergarten to second grade, they did whatever they wanted to do at home.
Is it still no child left behind? Do you have to pass these students? Is it a fear of them not passing your class so they can't move to the next grade?
It's a case by case situation. I mean, some schools can't. I mean, you have the right to retain a student, but you have to document properly. Like, progress reports are important. If the child was never issued a progress report and the parent never received a progress report, first off, you can't fail that child during that term. Well, I'm speaking in Texas, so let me be clear on that. If you don't issue a progress report and let the parent know that the child is failing, then you can't fail that child because you have no documentation of what occurred and no notice to the parent.
Each marking period.
Each marking period. Then once you get to the end of the year or the end of the semester, and let's say the student has a 65, that parent already knows that student is in danger of not passing for the year if 70 is your passing rate. So when they get to the end of the year and they make a 60, well, a 60 and a 65 average to a 63. That child is not going to pass that class for that year. So depending on what grade level, if you're high school, that's automatic summer school. They got to take that over if it's a required class. But and middle school sometimes as well. But if you're elementary, then that kid could be subject to be retained if that's a math or a reading class. Because why would you let the kid go to the next grade and they've demonstrated that they can't read or they can't do math? So they may just, have to do summer school. And then here in the state of Texas, testing is, paramount. So if the student doesn't pass their test, their state test, they can be retained for that as well. Because the state test is, did they learn what they were supposed to learn up to this point? If they fail the state test, then that's one indicator that says no, they haven't learned what they needed to learn. So they can either do summer school and remediate those skills, or you can let them go to the next grade level, but then they will have to get extra tutoring the next grade level.
Now,
so
I'm sorry to
play in effect.
And before we wrap it up, because it's gonna hard to be balanced, but because I have issues with teachers, I'm not gonna sit up here and say I don't have issues with teachers, especially now when I visit certain schools. How do you feel about some of these teachers really acting like the students? Like these teachers who are literally engulfed in the same gossip with the students are dressing like students who are like listen. I went someplace to a school where I was like, they was like, yeah, that's the teacher. And I was like, that can't be a teacher because she looked like she just came from the club. Like she looked like she's maybe I'm old school, but do you ever? Because I even when the event I was at was over, it was like there were teachers that were supposed to be doing the supervising who were acting as rowdy as the kids and was over there turning up in the hallway, and they were supposed to be like the people that were running things. Like, what is your opinion with that?
So that's what we call your campus culture and climate, for one. Some campuses, unfortunately, have a very loose culture and climate because that is what their employees respond to. So that administrator in charge, that principal in charge, may allow the teachers to dance in the hallway when they play music during the morning announcements, or that principal may allow teachers to wear sweats to school every day, and it's not a special designated day. Is it against protocol? Usually, because every school district has a code of ethics for their staff members and teachers. So they have a dress code. They have what's allowable, what's not allowable, what's professional, what's not professional. But if that leader at that campus does not enforce that on a regular basis, then it becomes like the children in the classroom. They're going to do what they want to do because you allow it.
Right.
If you allow me to wear tights and
the tights, you're killing me with the tights right now. You're killing me with the tights.
If you allow me to wear my tights and I'm built like Pam Grier,
That was reference for
then
your ass.
I'm
There
going
you go.
to feel distressed. But if you allow that, then that's the culture and climate of that campus. If as a man, you allow me to, I'm not the gym teacher, but you allow me to wear my polo sweatsuit every day because I want to look fresh and clean, and my administrator allows that, then kids are going to a lot of times treat you how you look. If you look like how my daddy look when we go to the mall and we joke around when we go to the mall, I'm gonna try to joke around with you, because that's what I do with my daddy when he dressed like that. If you dress like when my mama go out with her girlfriends and you got on a bodycon dress.
Damn, let's go. Now we talking. Now we talking.
I can see every dimple, every roll, and you looking like a busted can of biscuits and shouldn't even have that dress on. And my principal, girl, you look cute today.
Hey, Miss Parker.
Hey, Miss Parker. Then that's what the young men at school are gonna say. Hey, Miss Parker. I don't care what, baby, they can be in the second grade. I heard a conversation with some second graders one time. Y'all know, we was like, what are they over there doing? The little boys are huddled up and they looking at a picture on the phone. And we're like, what are y'all looking at? One of the little boys had taken a picture of the teacher from behind.
Oh, yeah.
And we was like, we ain't gotta take, what are y'all doing looking at this? That's Miss So-and-so. Well, we know who it is, but why you taking a picture of her? Because we looking at her booty because she got a big old booty.
Yeah.
Second graders. But why could they look at her booty? Because she, for one, had a big old booty.
Yeah.
And she always wore tight clothes.
I see you, Miss Parker. I see you over there, Miss Parker, coming in with them tight on.
So it makes a difference. It makes a difference.
But and then we can't forget the guys. The male teachers are in there sagging too, and I'm like, what are we doing now? Like
sagging or wearing them tight suit pants.
Oh,
where
wow.
It leaves nothing to the imagination of the little girls.
Well, wait, yeah, that's it. That you right.
Like a little girl ain't never seen what's inside, but she know what it look like from the outside.
Not from the outside. Wait a second.
Cause your pants so tight, if you sneeze, it might pop out.
Where can you get these pants from? I'm saying, because I'm grown. I just want to know, where can you get these pants from so I can wear them on stage? I need all the help I can get right now.
But thanks for shedding some insight on the mental health piece, because that's one element, because a lot of parents don't want to have their kids diagnosed because it is a stigma, especially in the Black community. So, and you sending kids that's bipolar, that has that ODD, the oppositional defiant disorder, like all those different disorders, and you're not addressing it. And now that's all of your problem for you got 30 kids and maybe 10 of them have that issue. That is another element that I have never considered. So,
and then some of those kids just suffer from BAK, badass kid. That's all they suffer from, just badass kid. That's all. Badass kid.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Suffer from that disease called your father ain't shit. They suffer from it.
You're stupid.
And your mama protect every bad decision you make.
Yep, from the here to the end of time. Duella, thank you so much, and we're gonna have you back on the show again when we have more. Because unfortunately, we're gonna see more of these videos, and that's the unfortunate part. We're gonna see more of these videos and more circumstances that the kid might be wrong, the teacher might be wrong. But we thank you for being so precise in breaking down everything that you do in the classroom. I think that's really dope for our parents to see that you have an actual procedure. And maybe if your teacher doesn't have a procedure, at least you've educated some of the parents to know that maybe this teacher needs to be reported, that they don't have an actual procedure to take place in. So thank you. Round of applause, Mr. Well Howard. Thank you, girl, because I know you had to wake up. Thank you. I'm sorry. I know you had to wake up. Thank you. I love it.
She did. She shared some insight on that mental health piece for sure. For sure. I never even thought about that part of it.
Yeah. Well, we've done our job today. Shout out to everybody. If you were wondering about Cassidy, that was my fault because we had another guest. So I have his number. So I didn't send him the link. So that was my bad. Trendsetter says Jay Black must have took his Game Boy to class back in the day and had it taken. That's a good point. I remember when the Game Boys were a problem. I was out of school by then because I'm older than that. But I remember when Game Boys were a problem. Before we get out of here, listen, man, I'm not going to stop telling y'all. I need y'all to get your tickets for the Reprime May 20th. I need y'all to get your tickets. It's going to be exceptional. Soulful Sounds, the band, they're going to rock. Go International Go DJ Bilotti is going to rock the set. There's a free bar, open bar from 8 to 9 p.m. What do y'all want? 8 to 9 p.m. There's a 3-course meal.
Nice.
They're going to be
black
vendors.
folk. That's food. I love that.
Yes, they're going to be vendors there. The whole thing. I'm doing a free. You know, I don't know how long I'm doing, but it's going to be free. And I'm going to go up there and make y'all laugh. We're going to have a good time. Get your whole suits and prom dresses or however you want to rock it. If you single, you can come. If you just want to rock with your girls and bring them, come along. Guys, if you just want to hang out. If you are married and you want to spark that situation because there's chances are you didn't go to the prom with your wife or husband. Well, now you get to have that experience and rewrite your prom experience. It's going to be dope. I promise you. This is going to be an event that I guarantee. Just go to eventcreate.com/E/Reprime23. So you got to do free bar with one bartender. No, Tashami, you a fucking hater. Why you got to do that?
He was trying to get it's Tashami for you.
Why you got to come for the neck at the end of the joint, yo? Why?
You just did a great great promotion. That sounded good. Here you
go. Come on, Dan, Tashami, come on. Boom, boom. Hit me with the boom, boom, boom at the end of the show, dog. We will be back here tomorrow. If you thought I was struggling today, I'm gonna be extra struggling tomorrow because my flight lands super late. Never mind. All right, so I will talk to y'all tomorrow in the morning.
We may be off tomorrow because if Mike's getting in and bright and early, we might not be here then, huh?
Yeah, so I might be struggling tomorrow and working and doing all that good stuff. So, all right, y'all. Love me for who I am, not who you want me to be, because I can never be that and understand there's only one thing in life that's guaranteed. It will end, so enjoy every minute, every second. You fight for everything in life. Fight for your happiness and never let anybody take it from you. That's it, man. We'll be back tomorrow. Everybody be safe and be nice to people. Just be nice to people. Just be
nice.
Be nice.
Take a work day today. Yes, be nice.
Be nice. Just be nice to people. I'm telling you, it takes a lot more energy to be mean. Just be nice. Some of y'all just mean motherfuckers out there. Be nice, man. For no reason. Just mean for no fucking reason. What are you doing? Thank you, Tam, for always supporting. And thank y'all, everybody who always supports every single morning. Because we know you could do other stuff. You can go back to sleep. You could just, you could actually do your job, but we don't care about your job right now. All right, y'all. We out.
Trina, thank you for the Cash App again. Every Thursday, she does $5 now.
Trina. Wait a second, Trina.
Oh, Trina P. That's dope. That's support.
Trina. Trina is in the Track Hall of Fame. I ain't forget. Trina's in the Track Hall of Fame at her high school. Trina been doing right. She got a good life going on. Thank you, Trina, in all seriousness. And whenever you want to Cash App, anybody watching can always Cash App. We'll start putting Cash App more up on here. All right. Yeah, y'all.
Micheal, Shawn, and the Takeover Legends, where the truth hurts.